Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mundus.
Toxic thing one of my guy friends said to me this weekend is that instead of doing girl math, he has a version called boy math where he calculates how much money he's invested into taking girls out on dates. He calls it cost per nut. Naturally, this is all tracked within an Excel spreadsheet labeled CPM. And perhaps the most important trend that you need to be seeing within your CPM is going down over time, both you as a person and your overall cost. And once you reach a certain level of cost per nut, you are eliminated from his repertoire because your cost is exceeding the value you bring.
All right, bro, you all done.
Hey, thank you, bro.
All right, bro, I'll see you next week, okay?
About that.
Oh, what, like 2 weeks? That's fine.
How about I just call you?
Did I do something?
Nah, bro. Just, my barber, he gets back from vacation next week, so,
I thought this was like a new thing or something.
It could be. Could have been, but, I have a barber, so I can't.
That lame-ass barber.
Don't.
You still care about him.
He's been my barber for 4 years. You think I would just throw that all away for what?
For a one-time thing, right? Is that all I was to you? I put it down. I got your hairline right. I used a straight blade. Your barber would never.
Listen, bro. Here's your tip. Let's just pretend this never happened.
Get your tip out my face. I didn't do this for your big ass, monstrous tip. I did this for something bigger.
I'll call you.
What if I tell him? I wasn't here, right? Right. I'll call you. Yeah.
In these situations, we need to respond calmly and dignified. We can reply, A, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. B, please provide reasoning so I can understand your perspective. C, you wouldn't know what art is even if it fucked you in the ass. Option C clearly has the best qualities of the three.
I'm a social drinker, not an alcoholic. Yeah, that's like saying rappers are really poets. I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but she's not messing with... Who isn't she messing with?
Hey, do you want to hang out tonight? Yeah, sure. What time were you thinking? I gotta run home real quick, so why don't we meet up around 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock? Yeah. PM? Yes. Tonight? Yes. On purpose? Yeah, I was thinking that maybe we can get together at 9 since it's early in the night. That's considered early? Listen, just come on over and then we're gonna meet up with my friends. They said the door opens around 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock? Yes. PM? Oh my God.
Finally, a U.S. News and World Report's list of the best and worst jobs for 1996 is out. Last year's best job, multimedia software consultant, was replaced by a new best job, bioindustrial engineer. And in the worst job category, last year's winner, crack whore, has lost its spot. The new worst job is assistant crack whore.
Heard of DNA?
Yes.
Do we all have DNA, or do some of us have D or A, but not both?
No, it's not D and A. It's 3 letters, DNA.
Can you tell by looking at me whether I have DNA?
Well, I know you have DNA because you're a living organism, and all life has DNA.
My mate Paul tried to create a new life form by inserting his DNA into a grapefruit, but halfway through the experiment, the greengrocer started hitting him. Why is science so controversial?
Sorry, that question didn't follow from your story of the
No,
DNA.
it changed, yeah.
I booked this therapy session because I need to know why people are bullying my precious son.
Are you fucking blind?
This is Dr. Victor Blaine.
a therapist with a 1-star rating on Yelp, which he claims is because his clients can't handle the truth.
Every day I go to work with the greater good in mind, but no matter how hard I work, I feel insignificant. Maybe because you are. Are you saying my career isn't important? That my life's work was a waste of time? Yes. You work at GameStop.
Dr. Blaine told us, if I knew I'd be spending all day listening to white people complain, I'd probably work at GameStop too.
My new girlfriend warned me that she has daddy issues. What do you think she's trying to say?
She's trying to say, I have an excuse to act like a whore. Run.
When we asked Dr. Blaine how he felt about ex-clients calling him things like mean, narcissistic, and crazy, he said, I just tell the truth. And telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies.
I never had a relationship with my dad, so to fill the hole he left in my life, I'm always looking for attention from guys.
So you fill the hole your dad left in your life by letting other dudes fill your hole. Quite a literal approach.
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foo Bar Show! Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Joe C.
And I'm Steph.
Thank you all so very much for listening to the Foo Bar Show. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our socials at Foo Bar Show. That's F-O-O Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll keep geeking it out like a bunch of foos. Ain't that right, Steph?
That's right.
I don't know where I was going with any of that. Steph, today's going to be good, and you want to know why?
Why?
By the way, Happy New Year.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Because we have a new segment on this show. I keep forgetting. It's what's it called? What are you calling it?
Here's what I would do.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. It's not like I don't like it.
You're welcome.
I just have other ideas. But anyway, it's a trial run. We did have people write in. Thank you for writing in. We'll read those. Are we reading those at the end?
Yeah, we'll do it towards the end.
Yeah, we'll do it towards the end, and then we'll close off the show with that. Of course, you're going to start off with some geeky stuff. You've got some CES news and updates.
Yes.
I've got some rumors for some movies that are highly anticipated. So let's get into it. Before we get into that, what's up, Steph? What's cracking? What's happening over there? You got a drink? What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a sidecar.
What's in a sidecar?
It's brandy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Brandy, Contro, and lemon juice.
Okay, how is it?
It's good.
Can I have a taste?
It's good, yeah.
It's very tart.
It is. It's a tart drink. I mean, you can put sugar syrup. Some people use sugar syrup. I didn't really want to bother with that.
That would, I think, turn it on, you know?
Yeah, the recipe that I saw actually wanted you to use like a sugar rim. I don't know. That was too much work for me. Because then I got to get the sugar out of the cupboard and I got to put it on the plate and I got to do like the lemon thing and then dip the. Well, I mean,
yeah, fuck that.
It really wouldn't have taken that long.
Probably less than a minute.
Anyway, yeah. The entirety of Southern California is going ballistic right now, and I feel so.
It's been tragic, man. It's been so tragic. I know a few folks who have been evacuated. Luckily for them, they did not lose their homes, but they have loved ones who did, and it's just been so super heartbreaking just watching Southern California just have the worst fire, I think, in American history. It's the worst fire in American history.
It's ridiculous. It's never been like this before to the scale.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people in the LA County.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, it's out of control.
Yeah, the sheer territory.
And where do you go? I know that there's high schools that are opening up their doors for people to crash there while they figure it out.
Yeah, so high schools, parks like Santa Anita Park are open. Airbnb, some hotels are even just free at this point in the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
The resources are out there. We've been posting on the Food Bar Show Instagram where you can donate.
Some resources, yeah.
Some resources, especially if you're here, sort of like in the Inland Empire, away from those fires, and you really want to help.
We're so lucky to be where we're at right now.
Right.
It's not even funny. Like we used to live out in the San Gabriel Valley. It's LA County, but it's kind of the outskirts for those who don't know. And San Gabriel Valley's like getting super lucky right now, by the way. La Puente, West Covina, that area.
Yeah.
They're the only thing on the map that isn't like bright red right now.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's so sad too with these Santa Anita winds. Or the Santa Ana winds, up to 100 miles an hour, 99 miles an hour.
We got some of those here. Things got knocked over for sure.
Yeah. Trees are falling down, power's going out over here. I can't imagine what it must be like when you're in the fire zone, though. It's heartbreaking.
And the most heartbreaking thing for me, man, is the insurance companies pulling their fire insurance, knowing that something like this was just bound to happen. That shit, these people are without anything. They can't even file a claim now.
Yeah, and I heard that happened like several months ago. And
in anticipation for something like this. I mean, they do the statistics. They watch the climate changes happening.
Right.
It's not like they, like if you want to know where the world's going, just look at whatever the fuck the insurance companies are up to these days.
Yeah. I know for one of our close friends, when they first moved into their house, the hardest thing for them to get before they moved into the house was fire insurance. And
they live in the foothills of Glendora? No.
Like Duarte area?
Duarte, sorry.
But they were in like the yellow risk area. They weren't in the red. So...
Yeah. But that could have gone south real bad.
Yeah. So this was like years ago. So even before all of this happened, it took them several months just to get fire insurance. So I can't even imagine what it would have been like last year when they started canceling all these fire insurance policies.
Now you have thousands of people that have absolutely nothing. They can't file a claim. They can't recuperate. They can't get back to their lives. Now, and all the people saying that, Pacific Palisades, there's a bunch of rich people. I beg to differ. I mean, there are quite a bit of modest homes along the beach. Granted, it's the beach area, so they are going to be quite a bit more expensive than, the more inland areas. But, we're not talking about people with mansions. We're talking about people with like a 2-bedroom, 1-bath that's by the beach. They're happy, they're happy just being in this little kind of hut area.
Like we're talking about like the people that have finally worked their way up and got their dream
to own a home.
Yeah. Just wiped out. Done.
That's it. And it sucks, man. There's got to be a certain level of empathy. Stop blaming, the what could have happened, what could have prevented this, because I don't think that anything really could have prevented it in a degree where we wouldn't have seen so much tragedy.
What's happened has happened, and what's nice is that the community has really come in to support their own. There's been several donations. They're actually turning stuff away because they have so much. They're not accepting clothes anymore for many, many donation sites. What they're asking for now at a lot of the donation sites are hygiene products. We're talking about feminine hygiene products.
Yeah.
We're talking about hand sanitizer, gloves, masks.
Masks are important because of all the smoke, too.
Correct. Yeah. And not only that, but you have all of these groups of people and now all these shelters. And then, so a lot of people are going to start getting sick within the next couple of days, weeks, however long they're going to be displaced. So they're asking for a lot more of those stuff now. Non-perishable food items, they're asking for, and let's not forget about the animal shelters, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of those animals are scared now. The wildlife pretty much is, going to come back this way.
Displaced.
Yeah.
It might be a bit too late for this, but, for what it's worth, when the whole thing was happening at first, there was an advisory saying, if you are going to evacuate and leave your home, the last thing you do is leave some kind of container or bucket outside filled with water, because the wildlife is going to begin to start heading down, and they're tired, they're exhausted, they're scared just as much as we are. And, this would be some kind of like a relief for them to, and by outside, meaning, in the sidewalk.
Right.
Because they're going to be walking in the middle of the streets trying to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
We're talking mountain lions, rabbits, whatever
Coyotes.
lives up there.
Yeah.
Everything. As scary as they could be, if they become hostile, they're still like living creatures, and they deserve a fair shake in trying to survive. So if this isn't going to reach the folks who are trying to evacuate, but for what it's worth, keep that in mind.
Right. So here's a couple of resources that I just wanted to point out that are still relevant, especially if you're listening to this early on in the week. Whiskey A Go-Go in Hollywood, California on the Sunset Strip are doing a community support fire victims drive January 13, 14, and 15 from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There is Kramer's Coffee over here in the Inland Empire. They're taking donations for dog and cat food. And then we are open. Record Safari LA is open all weekend. They're still taking donations. You can also donate online to any of the GoFundMes that you see. A lot of families are posting. I guess GoFundMe is doing a set limit now of, I think it's around $20,000 per family affected. So you can donate to that. You can donate American Red Cross, Pasadena Humane Society. World Central Kitchen is really popping up right now because they realize that a lot of people are displaced and they need food. And these people that are displaced also are out of a job because their job is no longer there.
Yeah.
Like everything is burnt down. Their kids can't go to school.
School's
they have
gone.
no job to go to.
Yeah.
So they're going to be displaced for a while. So seeing the support from the community is really what's really inspiring right now.
Yeah, it's just like the one over at Lahaina over in Hawaii in Maui when that happened. So many people displaced. That was a tragedy, and now it hit home here, and it sucks, man. It's been so heartbreaking. Just you wanna do something, but it's just like what? But there are. In LA here, so much of the community has risen up to try to help out with it. So like you'll find something to contribute to if you have the means to. So a simple Google search will take you there. However, I will say, look out for the scams. There has been a scam coming, at least in my circle of my algorithm in social media, where there's this thing going around saying if you're a musician who has been in the music industry for at least 5 years and you can prove it in some way, there is a resource out there via Guitar Center. They will help replenish some of the musical instruments.
That's a scam?
So the image that's circulating right now, if you'll pay attention to the email address, it ends in a Gmail.
Hold on.
So that
I might have to take that off because I posted that.
Oh shit. Yeah, take it down if it ends in the Gmail. There is a more appropriate email address, which should be at Guitar Center or something like that. So,
okay. Here's the one I posted on the Food Bar story.
Okay.
It is from the Guitar Center Instagram, Guitar Center Foundation.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
But it has a website, guitarcenterfoundation.org/fires.
That's legit. That's the
Okay.
legit one. So you posted the right one. There is another one going around.
Okay.
It's actually the more popular one going around with a bogus Gmail. I don't know what their intentions are. I think they're probably going to do something like pay us this much and we'll hook you up with, the equipment that you lost.
You shouldn't have to pay for anything
No,
if you're a
you
victim
shouldn't
of
have
these
to
fires.
pay
Yeah.
a goddamn cent. So just be on the lookout for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Call it out when you see it. And yeah, just let's take care of each other in this trying time. It's so sad. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
And, this kind of thing happens every year, but with the way the climate's going, it's just going to get worse. And we don't know what's going to happen next. I mean, we're still not out of the things are still burning right now.
Yeah, we just had strong winds this morning.
Yep.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
We'll
so
see.
just take care of each other, man. I'll share that, I have a few friends who evacuated and nothing happened to their home. And that's a happy thought. But there is a level of, what should I call it? Like survivor's guilt going around too with some of these folks.
yeah. That's what I'm
Be
getting.
there for your friends. Give them a hug. Call them up. See what you can do for them. Spend some time with them because they're also going through shit. I mean, even if they didn't lose their stuff and their homes, they have this like, and I've never seen it ever before because I don't know. I've been so lucky to never have gone through something like a disaster like this in my lifetime here in Southern California. But they're going through survivor's guilt. And it's not fun. I mean, I can imagine how stifling that could be to try to continue going about your life when everything around you is destroyed.
Yeah. I mean, we try to kind of take their mind off of it, but that's not what they want right now.
No.
And then some of the people that I know are kind of just oversaturated with getting asked questions. Hey, are you okay? Do you need anything?
Yeah.
Some of them just want to be... It's like, let me just be with my family right now.
Yeah.
So then you have to take a step back.
You don't want to be overbearing either, but it is fair to ask, are you okay?
Right.
So at least that, depending on the answer, then, move forward with that accordingly. But it's a real tough time even for those who made it out with no damage. The air quality is crap, so everybody just try to make the best of a terrible situation. Wear a mask if you have to. It's so bad here in Ontario. It's not so bad. We do have the high winds. Things are being knocked over. Luckily, we still have power. We're still doing the podcast, but a lot of the podcasts that I listen to that have people that live out in LA didn't post a podcast this week.
Yeah, understandably so. Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad. So as a community, we should just continue to come together. It's been pretty inspiring over the last week what, people can be like in a tragedy. But what sucks is that it shouldn't take a tragedy for us to realize how much we love each other.
I know.
But, it is what it is. It's just it's humanity, man. That's just how we operate, I guess. But anyway, this has been a great comedy podcast.
Right. Having said that, let's try to take your mind off some stuff.
Yeah, because that's what we do here at the Foo Bar Show. I guess. It's been rough. But we got shit going on. There's some rumors that I'd like to talk about, but you have what do you got there on your screen, Steph?
Now that CES...
Are we geeking out?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be playing the jingle thing?
Jingle jangle.
No,
and play. And play.
Okay, nerds, let's go!
All right, what do you got?
All right. So I mentioned last week that CES was taking place during the week. Here are 3 things that I wanted to talk about. The first one is called Glidance, which is a visual mobility tool.
What do you mean?
So you know how they're seeing eye dogs?
Yeah.
This one is a seeing eye droid.
Oh.
So it's on 2 wheels.
How does that work?
So it's on 2 wheels, and you hold it at your waist level, and you use it like a seeing eye dog, except it's a robot, and it can navigate the path for you. And it can talk to you. It can tell you where the step is. It's going to tell you if there's doors, elevators, or stairs. It will guide you to your destination. So, it uses GPS. And it will describe the surroundings. So it's called Glidance. And that was unveiled at CES.
That's dope.
That's actually pretty cool. And I'm surprised that...
It's going to put dogs out of work, though.
Oh, my God. These poor little puppy dogs. Putting them out of work.
Yeah. That is pretty cool, though. It could talk to you like... So if you come across like the edge of a sidewalk, it'll tell you.
It'll warn you, and it will probably put on the brakes too.
Oh.
Yeah. So it looks, it's just on 2 wheels, and it has a safety bar on it. So like it doesn't smack against anything and get damaged, and then you just hold it from up top. And there's a little camera up top, so it can like view its surroundings. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's out for pre-order right now. There's a wait list for it. Actually, Glide's first pre-order program has fully sold out. So now there's a wait list. Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be really cool. Let me see. Pricing and availability. What's the price? The initial retail price for the device will be $14.99 US.
That's not bad for something like that.
Right? Monthly subscription and estimated to be $30 US per month with a special discounted price of $20.
So you have to buy it and get a subscription? That's my takeaway here?
Yeah. The subscription is for the use of Gliden's sensible wayfinding service through our high intensity computer vision and sense making AI system, which lies at the heart of the Glide experience.
Okay.
All
right.
$30.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What else was pretty cool out there?
Here we go. Cars Honda Zero Series.
That looks dope.
It looks like an electric shaver.
It looks like what?
An electric shaver?
For your balls?
No, for your face, dude.
And balls.
Dick and balls.
Dick and balls.
So this is directly off the Honda.com. The Honda Zero Series.
Honda.com?
Honda Zero Series redefines mobility through a new approach to development. Thin, light, and wise. Blending intelligent technology with futuristic design, it challenges the conventional EV. 2 exciting new proto models, the Honda Zero Salon and the Honda Zero SUV were unveiled.
So one's a coupe and one's an SUV. I see.
Yeah. So production models are coming next year.
Oh, that's a sedan. That's a 4-door.
2016. Yeah.
So it's not a coupe.
I don't like the design.
It's futuristic. It's
too
futuristic.
it's too futuristic. I get that.
It's not blocky like the Cybertruck or anything. It's just futuristic looking. That's all.
No, it looks really aerodynamic. Is how I would describe it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's not the best looking vehicle.
Look, electric vehicles don't have to look like this. They can look nice. But I guess there's some kind of statement piece where we're just like, let's get into the future now.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's the people growing up who saw the Jetsons and stuff are trying to somehow replicate that. It does look futuristic. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
It's not appealing, but it's more it's easier on the eyes than that bullshit Cybertruck.
Oh, look at the back. Look at the back. It looks like
well, they're LEDs.
Do you remember?
It's like the Charger.
The Charger. Yeah, the Charger.
the
It
Charger.
had like the whole like blocky beam backlight.
It's like that. It's like that. Okay. So for 2025, these are being released 2025?
So it will be introduced next year in 2026. It was
so these are prototypes?
It was unveiled at CES this year.
That's crazy that CES is now unveiling cars when before it was SEMA, where you would go to SEMA and see all the cool new shit that was going to be coming out from a vehicle industry kind of perspective.
But now they're incorporating so much technology in it, they can throw it into CES.
I know, and that's what's crazy about it. So what's going to happen to SEMA when it's going to be... SEMA is just going to be that organization that's just maybe dedicated to classic cars?
Maybe. I mean, there's
or maybe it's not exclusive to CES. Maybe these vehicles will also be showcased in SEMA. Who knows?
Yeah, because they're mainly for design, right?
SEMA?
Is it?
It's just what's happening in the car industry. That's really what SEMA is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the car show,
Yeah. Okay, the last one I wanted to talk about, because there's so much that was revealed at CES. Just look it up. I'm giving you like what I think are like top 3 consumer-wise. So the last one is going to be the Lenovo Legion Series S. The Lenovo Legion Go S, which is a handheld gaming device, and it has a high resolution screen. These are really popular in the gaming industry. It can connect to the Lenovo laptop. You can play games on the go.
So is this supposed to compete with like the Steam Deck or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is just like a different version of that. But let me read this from Lenovo.com. Lenovo Legion Go S, 8 inches, and Lenovo Legion Go S. What? Powered by Steam. Oh, Steam is this operating software.
Okay.
Gaming handheld devices featuring an 8-inch screen with VRR support. Chassis supporting Foos True Strike controllers with adjustable trigger switches and Hall effect joysticks, and the world's first officially licensed handheld power Steam OS.
Interesting.
So that is why.
So Steam is the operating system,
Correct.
but the hardware is now being provided by Lenovo.
Yes.
That's interesting that they partnered up that way, because the Steam Deck was all Steam. And
Right.
Lenovo, I got to imagine, does have the engineering capabilities to come up with something that's maybe more cost effective.
Lenovo is one of the higher top rated gaming PCs.
Yeah.
I mean, I currently have a ThinkPad right now that's good with video processing.
Is that a Lenovo?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay.
So this was highly sought out for a lot of the gamers, specifically for CES, and it was unveiled. So it will, let me see. It looks like that. It's a handheld. It has the joysticks.
Yeah.
It has the,
It's reminiscent of the old Game Gear.
It's
with a bigger screen.
It has Xbox control features.
Yeah,
is what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So they also released a whole bunch of other stuff, laptops, like the Lenovo Legion Pro 7i, which is 16-inch laptop. Those are really popular. The bigger the laptops, though, I hope they are lighter. I have a 17-inch one, and it is heavy as.
It's heavy. It's a fucking cinder block.
Right? Like sometimes I'll bust it out in school, and they're just like, "Oh, your laptop is so big."
It's just like.
And I'm just like, anyone want to play tummy sticks? I'm just kidding.
What?
Nope. That's the wrong conversation.
Goodbye.
Okay.
You know what? I'm really trying to find out when it's going to come out, and I don't know. Oops.
Probably next year. And these are just kind of introductions, like giving you a sneak peek of what they're working on.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just delivered a deep bench of devices across a wide range form of factors that give gamers all levels of powerful options to their gameplay, to game their way in pursuit of reaching their impossible. And then it just lists all of the Lenovo devices. So you have the Lenovo Legion Go S, which is an 8-inch screen. You have you have it in white, and then you have it in black. So you can also get the Lenovo Legion Go, which is an 8.8-inch screen. So look at the difference between this is the 8.8-inch screen.
Uh-huh.
See how close it is to the controls.
Yeah.
So you really don't have a lot of thumb space. So, and then this is the 8-inch screen.
It's a joystick, though.
Right. But you have more thumb pad space with the 8-inch one. So a lot more people, I think the trend will probably go for the 8-inch screen.
For all our fat-fingered friends.
Not necessarily, but you have the thumb pad space.
Uh-huh.
Whereas you don't really have that with the 8.8-inch screen.
Okay.
So these are all prototypes that were unveiled.
That's dope.
Maybe in production later this year, up to next year.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Nice.
I want to get one.
Will you?
Probably.
Okay.
And that's all I got for CES. I mean, I can talk on and on and on, but I just wanted to
Those are your top.
These are my picks.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, a couple rumors that have been going around here through Geek Tyrant. Now, we know that Daniel Day-Lewis has pretty much retired from acting, right? Back in 2017, he came out with that last movie that he did, whatever the fuck that was. But anyway, according to the Daily Mail, who spotted the actor on the set of a new UK movie, Day-Lewis is sporting a handlebar mustache. When isn't he? Am I right? He can be seen riding a motorbike with Sean Bean during what the Mail says is the shooting of a scene. The Mail says filming is taking place in Manchester and that busy crew were in attendance for what they describe as an action-packed scene. According to Variety, Day-Lewis is starring in a Focus Features and Plan B's upcoming film called Anemone. I hope I'm saying that right, but that's phonetic right there. Anemone, which is being directed by his son, Ronan Day-Lewis. This is his directorial debut. Now, both him and Daniel Day-Lewis, the both of them, father and son, co-wrote the film, which is described as like an exploration of the intricate relationships between fathers, sons, and brothers, as well as the dynamics of familial bonds. Daniel Day-Lewis will lead the cast of the film, and this is his first acting gig since 2017's Phantom Thread, alongside Bean, Samantha Morton, Samuel Bottomley, and Sophia Oakley Green. He's always kept a low profile, as we know. Even a few years ago, there was a rare public appearance where he took a part in an event for Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon in January of 2024. But it wasn't like he wasn't in the movie. He just did some promotion for it for some crazy reason. People say that was Martin Scorsese's kind of like opportunity to shoot his shot to try to get him in a movie and take him out of retirement. Looks like he failed, or at least if he was successful, it wasn't the movie that took him out of retirement, because now he's coming out of retirement so that he can be in a movie with his son directing it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's probably one of the best actors in the last 100 years. Would you say? And that says a lot, because I think the film industry has been around for just about that long.
Yeah, he's a really great actor.
He's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he gonna drink his milkshake?
I sure hope so. Drink it all up.
Man, I remember when that movie came out, I could not stop saying that.
You couldn't. No, it was it just became a part of your personality.
Yeah, for those 6 months.
Right.
And then I stopped saying it.
Yeah. Anyway, do you recognize this guy there, Steph?
Oh, it's my celebrity pass. Just kidding.
Henry Cavil. So there's rumors. There's a rumor that's claiming that Henry Cavil is in talks to star in the new Star Wars trilogy. And the writer for these movies is Simon Kinberg. I don't know if you're familiar with Simon Kinberg. I know I sure wasn't. But here, let me read this. This is also off of Geek Tyrant. Let's see. Last week, it was revealed that X-Men franchise writer and producer Simon Kinberg, so that's what he's known for, is developing a new Star Wars trilogy with Lucasfilm. He'll write and produce the 3 films with studio chief Kathleen Kennedy. That's going to be weird. Only because, I mean, all right, I think Star Wars, Lucasfilm has been making some good choices when it comes to the TV stuff. I'm really enjoying Skeleton Crew. What say you with that, Steph?
Oh, Neil grew on me.
God damn it.
He's so cute.
Neil, yeah. It's really good. And what do you? I mean, we've got one more episode, and that's the last episode of the season that we're gonna get this week.
Yeah, you know what? I was pleasantly surprised, because usually when you have kids, fronting, it's not necessarily gonna be a good show.
Yeah.
Or you're going to have that one super annoying kid. But it was
none of them are annoying.
It was not like that at all.
At all.
I put first episode, we were hooked.
Yeah.
It was really surprising.
It was good.
And these kids are really mature for their age.
They're good enough.
Yeah. I mean, they're still kids.
Yeah.
But it's like, Okay.
And they do kid things.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out.
I'm really, I know that Jude Law has kind of like taken a back seat in the last few years because of that whole scandal of him cheating on his wife with his, what was it, like his nanny or something?
Yeah.
But that was years ago. That was like almost a decade plus ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that didn't stop him from just continuing to be a really, really good actor. He's really showing his chops in this show.
Right.
And I think, and the new rock stars would agree too. We watch them. If you guys keep up with your geek stuff through them, it's. I think that let's just say this. Wouldn't it be so cool if Jude Law's character was one of the kids that escaped during Order 66?
Oh, yeah, because there were a handful that escaped.
And he's force sensitive, and he seems to know his way around a lightsaber. I mean, it seems like he had some kind of training at a very early age. Obviously, since Order 66 from the Skeleton Crew, that's a lot has gone down. A lot is, they've hunted pretty much all of the Jedi down. So there's not much of them. So it's not like he's claiming that he is a Jedi, but I'm sure that he trained on it in some capacity.
So at this point, it's been like 30, 40 years since
something like that.
Order 66.
Yeah.
If he was one of those children.
He's all grown up now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he never got like a real formal training, but he got started on it. He probably held a lightsaber. He probably started practicing on how to use the Force and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. If that happens, I'll be very happy. But anyway, back to this one, the Henry Cavill thing on Star Wars. It's very early in the project's development, and all we know so far is that it will take place after the events of Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker. However, Lucasfilm has disputed the notion that Kingberg's movies will continue the story that George Lucas began in 1977's A New Hope and continued with 8 sequels. Well, 3 of those were prequels. Come on now. While a starring character has not yet been revealed, one rumor claims to know that the actor who will lead the films is Henry Cavill himself. I wonder, is he going to be a good guy? Is he going to be the big bad? That's interesting. I think that for the longest time, he's played a good guy. If I can see him play a bad guy, that would be menacing as fuck.
I would love for him to just be a bartender behind the bar for one episode and then just get shot in the middle of a duel, and then that's it.
Kind of like his appearance in Deadpool, where he just came out for like, what?
Yeah.
It was no more than, 15 seconds? Yeah. And he was a very buff and very tall Wolverine.
Yeah.
Cavalrine, is that what they were calling him?
I don't know. They have all these names.
But he's a fan. Obviously, he's a verified nerd. Henry Cavill, as buff and handsome as he is, he's an avid player of Dungeons and Dragons, and he's very into comic books, and he's very into the stuff that he plays. I mean, he was. Did you know
that he has an Akita, and his Akita's name is Cal?
That's great, Steph.
You're welcome.
All right, take it easy.
Okay, on a more serious note, my computer, for whatever reason, didn't plug in and is going to die, so...
You want to work on that?
Momento?
While I introduce the new segment? I mean, it'd be cool if you were in the screen. Well, I'll stall. How about that? Hey, Steph.
Yeah.
Hey. Why is it that you always forget to plug in your...
It's plugged in, but it's just not charging. Is it charging? Is it charging now?
Yeah, it's charging now. It's important that Steph has her computer. Some people may be asking, why the fuck does Steph even need a computer? It's where we record the video portion of the podcast.
Look, I don't understand why it didn't charge when I plugged it in, but it says 14% remaining. It's not charging.
All right. Do I need to pause this?
No.
Okay. I'm all out of shit. Anyway, Steph.
Yeah.
You want to?
Is it charging?
Yeah. It just turned off. and now it's back on. I mean, it's still recording over here.
It says... It says it's charging.
It's charging.
Now
Take
it's
it easy.
charging.
All right.
Whoa, so
Okay.
it's 14 to 15%.
All right. Awesome. Riveting. Steph,
Yeah.
we have a new we have a new segment on the show.
Here's what I would do.
All right. In lieu of an actual theme song, because and by the way, let's get the hell out of Geeking Out. In lieu of a theme song, this is going to be the placeholder for now. If people like it enough, just let us know. But this is it.
Man, see, like, you don't even know, man. It's like you're born into this world, man. And you got it's like this, man, the dust and the wind, man. Or like the dang old candle in the wind, man. It don't matter, man. It's all the oldies, old time. You know what I think, man? Like them dang old, I think, therefore you are, man.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it, Boomhauer?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we got a couple people who wrote in here from the Southern California area. This is the inaugural, what is it called?
Here's what I would do.
Here's what I would do. All right, so we'll start with this one. All right, dear Foos, first off, I want to say I love this show. You guys are hilarious and always keep me entertained during my commute from Temecula to Oceanside every day. For Temecula to Oceanside, that's got to be a solid 30 to 40 minutes. I never miss an episode. I want to believe that. I need your advice about a sticky situation I've found myself in. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years, and we've been talking about moving in together here in Southern California to save on rent and start building a future. The thing is, I just found out that his ex-girlfriend, who he dated for almost a decade, recently moved back in town, and she started texting him. Bro. He swears it's nothing, and they're just catching up, and that he has zero interest in her. All right. But I can't help feeling insecure about it. She's single, beautiful, and they have so much history. I trust him, but I feel like this is a bad omen to be dealing with right before we make such a big step. Do I talk about it again, even though we've already had this conversation? Am I overreacting? Do I need to put my foot down about him setting boundaries with her? I don't want to come off as the crazy girlfriend, but I don't want to be blindsided later. Help me, Foos. What do I do? Sincerely, Samantha in Temecula.
Okay, here's what you got. I mean, this is what I would do. God damn it.
Steph, as you know, I'll let you have the floor, seeing that you're a female, and I want to see what your perspective is.
Look, ask him to text her to have a threesome, and see what he says. Just get it out of the way.
It would be very telling on his reaction, I gotta say.
That's what I would do. It's just like, oh, well, first of all, how did you find out about this?
She texted him.
Was she looking over the text message, like over his phone? Or did he straight up tell her? We never know.
That's true. How did you find out that she was texting him? Was it something that he came clean about? Or, like Steph just said, are you looking over his shoulder?
If I were in this situation, I'd be like, you know what? I want to meet her. Let's just get this over with. I know that you've had sex together before, because obviously she's your ex or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's spice it up in the bedroom, okay?
Where are you going with this stuff?
Ask her if she wants to bang.
Okay.
Menage a trois.
A menage a trois.
Yeah.
That's your real... Okay.
And if he says yes, leave him. That's it.
Oh. But he's a guy, Steph.
But...
I understand where you're going with this, but I think there needs to be more of a interrogation, I guess, for lack of a better term here.
Interrogation? Like, hey, are you really into me? where is this going?
I
We were
guess.
talking about moving in, and now your ex is texting you, and now you're kind of backing out, or
I
whatever.
think it's fair to have that conversation. You know, if you're really trying to take that next step, living together is no joke. Like, you begin to understand each other's habits, routines.
Right.
It's kind of it is a next big step. And to have somebody come in sort of, I mean, from your perspective, Samantha, out of the blue and throw a wrench in all of that, that is not where you want to be, especially right after or right before you do something big like this. So I think that it's a fair question to ask. Like, why now? Why, first of all, and then why now? And why are you reciprocating? Because it's not nothing. It's not nothing.
Dang, what if the ex is telling him that she's pregnant?
I think that would have been a part of this email.
After 3 years.
Yeah, after 3 years. At this point, you know, the kid's already been born and it's probably like 2 years old. No. Okay. No, we would have found out about that, I think, in this email if that was the case. In which case, just leave the guy. He has other priorities.
My head just goes to the extremes because it's not cheap to live in California. So, like, moving in together, it's like a big money saver.
If this was a guy friend of mine, if he reached out to me saying, "What do I do?" Right after I slapped him, I'd be like, "Bro, do you like the girl that you're with now? Do you see yourself with her in the long term?" If the answer is yes, cut it out. Stop seeing or stop talking or texting or whatever you're doing with the ex and just move on with your lives. This is not cool. It is not cool.
Man, I guess you're more practical than I am.
The menage a trois would be nice, but if the end game there is to break up with him, I don't think it's as
because then you already
constructive.
Because then the intention would be like, I'm going into this going to break up with him.
Yeah,
I guess
you're not giving him a fair shot to explain himself, assuming there's a rational explanation at hand.
Right, because we don't know if she's like batshit crazy.
Yeah,
it's like I changed my number and everything. I moved, and she still found a way to contact me.
You don't know what's happening. I mean, it's fair to have that second conversation, I would say.
Okay, and then restraining order.
And if it gets ugly, I would say so. Yeah, but that's not a position you want to be in either.
No. Okay. All right.
Why does life have to go into the worst?
I have just been watching a lot of dramas.
God damn it.
And I have just been in the fantasy realm for a long time. And
this isn't Days of Our Lives. This is Samantha and Temecula.
Okay. I'm just saying, this is what I would do. Having said that, don't listen to any of this.
Right. Samantha.
This is why you have a psychology degree and I don't.
Yeah. Samantha, listen, just have the conversation with him. I mean, maybe down the line, if you do have a funny feeling about this, I would say give him that ultimatum.
And start a fight.
I mean, a fight, that's kind of implied. Or at least an argument is...
or a realistic conversation. Where is this going? How is this going to work? Are we really serious about this?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
If you're serious about this, you would stop talking to your ex-girlfriend. What's the content of these conversations? It's all very suspect, if you ask me. I think she's trying to get back in the mix of it all, and you don't need to be a part of any of it if it is going that way, and he's reciprocating.
Gasp in drama.
God damn it. Steph, the second one is from Isabella in Whittier.
Oh, shit.
Dear Foos, love the show. You guys crack me up every week, and I appreciate how real you keep it. I'm writing to you from good old Whittier because I need some serious advice. Here's the deal. I've been best friends with my guy friend Alex since high school. We're super close. It doesn't say how old they are. But they're super close. We've been through breakups, family drama, job changes, you name it. But recently, things have gotten weird. He told me that he's developed feelings for me and he wants to take our friendship to the next level. The thing is, I don't feel the same way. I love him, but only as a friend. I value our friendship so much, and I'm terrified that if I don't feel the same way, it's going to ruin what we have. On the flip side, I'm afraid that if I try to go along with it to avoid hurting him, I'll be lying to the both of us, and it'll be even worse. How do I let him down gently without losing one of the most important people in my life? Is there even a way to salvage our friendship after this, or am I doomed to lose him no matter what? Help me out, Foos. I'm stressing out over this big time. Sincerely, Isabella in Whittier. All right, let me start just by saying this isn't a thing that just developed. Your boy Alex has had a crush on you the entire time you've known him. I mean, he's and this also pisses me off, Steph. You have the nice guy right there, the guy that's likely going to make your life as easy as possible. The right guy for you. You connect with him. You spend tons of time with him. You have tons of shit in common, and you still friend zone him. That's fucked up. I don't want to dismiss the fact that she doesn't have feelings for him. Okay, but like, you gotta know that the guy has been jerking off to you for years now. And now he developed the courage to say something about it. And yeah, you're going to have to, if you don't want to go through with this, you're going to lose a very important person in your life.
This happened to me.
Uh-huh.
And good friends with my family. My family knew his family. We were, pretty close growing up. We were neighbors. We had classes together. We've seen each other, like almost this exact situation. And I was just fine with being friends because that's what I wanted. I wanted a guy friend. I didn't want a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And when those feelings were revealed, I did not reciprocate those feelings.
Oh, how did he take it?
He left.
Okay. Well, yeah, and that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's probably for the best.
Right, because so many, like, from the guy's perspective, probably put so many years trying to build up that courage or trying to give like those subtle hints. And I picked up on them, but it's just like, I didn't want that. I wanted him as a friend. Okay. He was my neighbor. Like, we grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
And I was perfectly fine with that. Like, I treated him as a cousin.
Yeah.
I didn't want the relationship. So what I did was I told him, like, look, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And that's sad. And it happens all the time. It's probably happened to every guy on the face of the earth.
Right.
To some degree. Maybe not to this kind of degree where it's gotten so far where, I mean, you've seen each person has had their own breakups. You've kind of had to console each other through the years. The family drama, the job changes as Isabella describes it. But I got to tell you, Isabella, the guy has been digging you since he laid eyes on you. And now it's just, this is it. He's, in a very nice way, I'm sure that he's saying it's happening now or it's never happening. And if it's never happening, I'm not wasting my time anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you should just prepare
to lose someone that you think is that close to you. And there is something, when I was growing up and I was and I did have my lady friends.
Right.
And the female friends that I just like to hang out with, but never saw myself in any kind of romantic capacity with. Rarely, like these girls were just not my type at all. But then, in a way, if they were to say, I'm into you, I'd be like, fuck, I'm sorry, I'm not. But the heartbreaking thing is that you're gonna probably never speak to them again.
I mean, yeah, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And then usually when this happens, like, the person who wants an answer usually has something going on for themselves in the background. Like,
What do you
it
mean?
might be a job change. So, like, for example, when my neighbor finally told me, he was on the verge of, should I stay here in California or should I join the military?
Yeah.
And so when I said no, he left.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, never saw him again.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. I mean, that's just
So it's almost like they're
a
waiting.
qualifier.
It's almost like they're waiting for an excuse to leave
Yeah.
at that point. That's
So-
like more often than not.
So I guess what we're saying, Isabella, is what you should do is prepare to lose a friend at this point, because that's what would happen, and that's what's happened to us. When we were way younger. I don't know how old you are. It didn't say here. I gotta imagine you got to be like in your early 20s or somewhere around there, because you've had this person in your life. I gotta imagine for the majority of maybe high school. You do get close with people in high school. Close enough where like you don't really see it coming. Oh, like this person likes me? Fuck, I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
But it happens. And your guy friend Alex, poor bastard. He's gonna move on. He's gonna move on. It's a shame, but that's what pisses me off about girls, man. If I'm speaking from like my teenage mind, you try to do what's best for them. You try to lead them to the most healthy types of relationships, i.e., you. And they don't reciprocate. They don't see it. It's that trope. Like the girls keep going for the bad boy kind of thing, and they never see the nice friend as the partner.
Well, no, because we get to this level of comfort where it's just like, oh, you're part of the family now.
Yeah.
So you never want to cross that line.
That makes sense. But guys, I don't think have that wired in them. That's the thing. I think it's exclusively almost a female thing, and it's something that's going to be really hard on him. But I think at this point, if he's putting it out there, I think he's prepared to lose it. It's just like, this is it.
I mean, yeah, and at like something like this, there's really no ultimatum. It's just like this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I am not going to be in a relationship with you, and I'm fine with the relationship. Why do you have to make it weird?
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not how they see it.
No. Guys don't see. I mean, it is going to be weird. And if he's still somehow in the picture, there's always going to be that memory of him coming out saying that he has feelings for you,
Yeah,
So-
and then like every time now you have a boyfriend, it's like,
yeah, like what now?
there's that guilt, right?
Or I wouldn't even say guilt, just that knowledge.
Yeah.
That knowledge of like, okay, he's not okay with this.
Yeah.
So, that there's no solution to this. Obviously, if you don't like the guy, then it is what it is, and you just have to be ready for it and move on with your life. That's all I got to say about it. What's the name of this thing?
That's what I would do.
That's what you would do. Or that's what I would do.
I mean, this is literally what happened. So,
Yeah. All right. I guess I could just play this again.
Man, see, like, you don't even know, man. It's like you're born into this world, man. And you got
We're gonna
like,
work on
it's
this.
like this, man, the dust and the wind, man. Or like the dang old candle in the wind, man. It don't matter, man. It's all the oldies, old time. You know what I think, man? Like that dang old, I think, therefore you are, man.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it, Boomhauer?
That's the show. I don't want to change it.
we'll work on it.
we'll work on it. Steph, that's the show. What do you think? I liked it.
It was good.
I liked it.
Good.
Keep writing in, guys.
Yeah.
This was good. I hope we helped you in some way, or at least gave you some kind of comfort or closure even. I mean, for Isabella, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's not going to be easy. You're going to lose a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad. I feel more bad for him, actually, being a guy. What do you think?
Yes. It sucks.
Yeah. All right. Well, Thanks, guys, for listening to the Foo Bar Show. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our socials as @Foo Bar Show. That's FOO Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. We're a professional podcast, I swear. I've been Joe C.
And I'm Steph.
Signing off saying, don't be a dick!
Fuck, man. Thank you, guys.
I've dwelt among the humans. Their entire culture is built around their penises. It's funny to say they're small. It's funny to say they're big. I've been at parties where humans have held bottles, pencils, thermoses in front of themselves and called out, "Hey, look at me, I'm Mr. So-and-so Dick. I've got such and such for a penis." I never saw it fail to get a laugh.